sound, so that the savings put away at the grandson's christening will still buy the same amount of goods when he comes of age? That is what a sound currency means, and that we keep government expenditure within the limits of comparatively low taxation, so we do not, in fact, have to borrow too much or take an ever-increasing amount of tax away from the people. Human wants are not satisfied by endless political promises. The wealth of nations, and remember Adam Smith said the wealth of nations as well as the wealth of individuals, the wealth of nations comes from the boundless energies and enterprise of individuals determined to improve their lot. That is the way that the wealth and the well-being of a nation is created. That is where the resources come from to improve our great public services, and why we have been able to do so much more about that than the socialists were ever able to do before us. Now for my second point, and it won't be quite as long as the first point. First point went right to the heart of everything we believe in, but I assure you the second and third points get a little bit briefer. And I'm going to follow Chris, and of course you'll find we all say the same thing, so press, please take note. A second point, that it is vital that we continue, are the strong defense policies, including the nuclear deterrent, whose possession was bitterly opposed by the Kinnock socialists. But as always, when large empires which have been held together by force, as always when they fragment, times are very uncertain. In politics, the unexpected happens. We know that from the Falklands. We know that the day Saddam Hussein went into Kuwait. The Prime Minister and I were both involved in defeating that tyranny. But the important thing is this, and it applies to the United States and for us. We didn't hesitate in sending the forces to the Gulf, and we were able to know immediately that we had all the right ships, all the right aircraft, including the Tornadoes, all the right tanks, because the sound defense decisions taken 8 to 10 years beforehand. And the third thing, I hear the press talking about a hung parliament. A hung parliament would hang the future of our country. We have been able to take strong decisions, and Prime Minister Major has been able to take strong decisions and show strong leadership because we had a good, sound majority behind us. Just look at some countries that have had coalition governments. You may have read about Belgium in the papers in the last few weeks. It took them 100 days to form a new government. What would have happened if anything vital had come up during that time? Did it help their main decisions? Did it help their deficit to come down? Not a bit of it. They've got one of the worst deficits in Europe. Not surprising with a coalition government. No one has the guts to stand up and say no to public expenditure. And so they get a big deficit. Does continuous coalition governments help them to stand up against the tyrant? No, when we wanted to buy munitions, they wouldn't sell them to us. So, do not go for coalitions, ever. We want a strong, decisive majority which enables us to continue the way in which we have, which enables Prime Minister Major to continue the strong leadership of which he's already demonstrated to the people of this country and overseas. There can be no doubt that a new, clear mandate to Prime Minister Major offers the best hope of solving our present problems, of continuing the economic advance which the 1980s began, and of ensuring that Britain's reputation rides high in the councils of the world. Prime Minister, Your leadership is proven. It will be our most earnest endeavour to win that further period in office that we believe you need and we believe our country deserves.